furniture knows a lot about us. Our favorite snacks, our victories, our quiet time. Most importantly, it always keeps us comfortable. Lazy boy. Live life.
Go, lazy boys.
There's pineapple.
Yes, Hawaiian. It's a Hawaiian. Excuse me. Hi, the super conscious explorers. How are you? How's your day been? That was so cool seeing you this morning in Allie's chat. So awesome. Yeah, the chat was awesome. And then I got like pumped up. It's like, okay, let's go do groceries and stuff. And then it's like, oh my gosh. Whoa. Okay. Anyways, first card up, card 20. Lâcher prise. Lâcher prise means let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, lâcher prise. It's card number 20, and we're the 20th tomorrow. And one of the things I find weird is that, you know, there's a lot of people talking about a lot of stuff about energy and stuff, but just nobody's mentioning that we're in that 2 energy again. So we're going to be in like 2 8 2 2 2, right? Then 2 1 8 2 2 2. And just when the 2 has been hitting month after month, after February, I noticed that there's a pivot or a release that happens with the 2. So we'll see what happens and how the energies and stuff is going to go this weekend. But super conscious explorers, I'm pretty good. It's been a busy day with work. Thankful it's a free as day. How you doing today? My throat is a little wonky. Little wonky. I'm doing good. Um, I'm doing good. Physically, everything's like, wee. Um, I had a bit of a like ick this afternoon though, where when we went to do groceries, everything went so smoothly. The stores were not super busy. It was so smooth. But then when I called a cab to go home, we were waiting for like well over an hour. And the feeling of waiting when you stock up on groceries and it's like really hot and just standing there, trying to, like, sometimes even sitting on the pavement because it's like, holy shit, hot. For me, anyways, right? It's not like 100 degrees, but we don't get that here. So it was like that thing of like having to control a feeling of not having any freaking control at all and just go with it, right? It's really easy to tell people like just stay in the moment and go with it. When the moment sucks balls, it's like
We made it home though.
oh yeah, we made it home though and everything's fine, but just that feeling of like waiting was like really yucky and it hit hard. Yeah, it's muggy for us as well. Yeah, same with us. Super conscious explorers. I had to take a salt bath this morning while I was listening to Ali. I woke up with a kink in the neck, but it's been a pretty good day. Super muggy here today, which isn't normal. Yeah, it's funny too, when you said you were in the bath, remember you said something about multitasking and trying not to drop the phone. I was like, damn, that's what I had planned to do. I didn't take a salt bath last night because I just didn't feel like it, but I told myself I would wake up and take one. But then I started listening to the stream, and I was just like looking outside the way I usually do, and I took a shower instead. But the salt bath is definitely on the, it's within the next like 5-6 hours for sure. Yeah, everything's going good. I don't know. I don't really have much, like, I never really have much to say, you know, when it comes to stream. It's all about bouncing off the comments. So I'm gonna pull a couple cards and see what flows. I can't imagine it's gonna be a super long stream, but then sometimes when I feel that way, they're the longest ones of all. So we'll see what's meant to come up today. I'm gonna start just pulling some like collective cards. If you know, hear something, if it feels good to you, if it resonates, it's for you, and if it's not, just it's not, right? Hey Wolf Dude, how's everything going? How's your day? So, first card I pull is the Bull, Sacrifice. All worthwhile things mean that we must sacrifice something. Exactly. As soon as you come into, you know, any type of situations, there's a compromise to be made with other people, right? There's some sort of self-sacrifice of like, whoa, this is my life, everything is perfect, I love everything that's going on in my life. But then you meet a potential partner, or you meet a new friend, and then you take things that you thought was the only thing that was yours, something new comes in, and certain things have to be sacrificed for those relationships to work out consistently, right? Martyrdom is rarely a good choice. It is good to trust your tribe. It is good to trust your tribe. Have faith that all will be well. Reciprocity and offering to something bigger than you is a powerful act. Same here in the Super Conscious Explorers. Take what resonates and leave the rest. That's how I like to live. Me too. And that's why I can watch many people that 3/4 of what they say is bullshit to me. It doesn't resonate. But the 1/4 of what they say, it does resonate. And that feeling of like unconditional love and allowing everybody to play their role and, love anyways, even if it doesn't resonate with me. Take what resonates, leave the rest. There's certain people that, they'll have like a 20-minute video, and there was only 3 minutes in there that was for me. But if I had chosen to ignore somebody just because everything they say doesn't resonate with me, I wouldn't find the little baby juicy stuff that is mine, right? So I've been doing this for a long time of like not judging the packages, not judging everything that comes out. It doesn't matter. I don't expect to ever agree and resonate with everything someone says. And if I ever do, then that's magically delicious. But from my perspective, I think there's always going to be little aspects of people that we have to learn to overcome, right? It's like so many people say I love you, but the second that you act as yourself in authenticity, they run for the hills, right? Like, because that one little thing. So anyways, same here. The Super Conscious Explorers, yes. I love to listen to many different perspectives. Same. And I have zero attachment to any of the perspectives. I don't care if the earth is flat, if it's a simulation, if it's a fucking pancake, a guitar, a donut hole. I don't care. I only care that those of us who are here now on this earth are kind. And the more perspectives they are, to be able to listen to them and, talk about it, but to not take it personally, to not want to prove something, to not want to disprove something, works really good for me. It makes it that I can just wee into everybody, love them anyways, even if I don't care to believe what they believe. The Super Conscious Explorers. My real name is Katie, if that's easier. My channel name is a mouthful. I'll intermittently say both, maybe if you say it's okay. That's awesome. But I know that sometimes I mess people up who, right? I'll just call the name, but I don't say the channel name enough, so it's like, who's this person, right? That's kind of funny sometimes, but I don't mean to. And Katie, I want to say, when I saw your name yesterday, when I finished my live stream and I realized that I had a PayPal and I saw your name, I was like, there she is. I have names that come to me before, like, new tribe, new soul family comes into our reality. And the name Katie has been a part of my synchronicities in the last, like, I don't know how long. It's been at least 2 weeks. And I never thought to say it out loud during a stream, like, who's Katie, right? Is Katie here yet? But Katie had been there all along almost. So I thought that was really funny. That happened to me with Jacob as well. A couple months ago, I was feeling a Jacob energy coming into my tribe vibe, our tribe vibe and stuff. And it's only about 3 weeks ago that I realized Jake was there all along. It's a certain channel name, and I just didn't know his real name yet. So yeah, that feeling's pretty cool. And I like that feeling. It's really neat when certain names are presented to me, and then, you know what I mean? And then they get here, right? Same with Stewart. I was having a lot of Stewart synchronicities. And I was like, okay, there's a steward of tribe who only comes to check in once a year and a half. Maybe he's going to come check in. And I was been looking out for Stewart, and it's like, boom, yesterday I found her. It was telling Stewart, somebody that I had in my channels before. And I never had, you know, we don't realize sometimes when people don't pop up for us anymore that we're not subbed. So yesterday I rediscovered telling Stewart in a live stream out of the blue of like, oh my gosh, like, how are you, right? Like, it's been so long. Because I wasn't subbed. I didn't know she still had a channel. I was, you know what I mean? But I found Stewart yesterday. It was cool. Anyways. Hey, Delaney Pearl Jones. How's my lady doing today? High vibes and cosmic hugs to everybody. I will take that cosmic hug and send you one back, sweetie. How's your day? Angel Fishy, that flannel is everything. I love this shirt. It's one of my favorites. It's actually got the classic old school snap buttons, right? Me loves it. How's your day going, Angel Fishy? We've been out and about since this morning. Well, I don't know. Feels like we were gone 5 fucking days doing groceries, but no, we weren't. So I haven't really looked at my phone and checked in or done a lot of stuff yet. The Super Conscious Explorer says, dude, I have a couple of Mormon missionaries and they come over every week, and was straight up real with them. Told them about what I believe, trying to scare them off, and they just keep coming and we have great conversations. Boom, sync. Oh my God. So I come from somewhere that's really small. And in like the past, when I've gone to visit people, so I'm at somebody's house, and they're not there because they're at work, random. I've gone to visit somebody and they're at work, random or something. And somebody knocks on the door and it's Jehovah's Witness. And so I have these awesome conversations, but then I would tell these people, don't come back. The people who live here are not going to be like me. I don't live here, right? I don't live here. You're not going to be greeted the same way if you come back and my brother-in-law's here. Like, not at all. You should take this house off the list, right? We just met. We had a half-hour conversation. I think you know what I mean? But then the feedback of later somebody coming to knock on the door, kind of asking for the lady who's of the house, who I told you I wasn't. And then being like, almost like me getting a call saying, you were too nice to those Jehovah's Witnesses and they came back to the house looking for you. And it's like, well, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Right? And that's the thing. Yes, I can have a conversation with anybody, even if they have completely different, you know, mindsets and stuff, and still be authentic, still enjoy it. Sometimes, honestly, sometimes those are the best conversations ever because they're so random, they're out of the blue, they're not planned, and you get an epic exchange of energy with people. Yes, the superconscious explorer says the synchronicities are insane lately. The names, numbers, animals, everything. Yes, the flow of everything. This always happens to me, but like I would notice if it didn't. So this morning when I was in Allie's stream, when we were there together, um, almost every comment that I wrote had a word that Allie was saying at the same time as I was writing the word and pressing send. So sometimes it was big stuff, sometimes it was little stuff like off. Like when I wrote to Matrix Man, are you off today? Like, because he came in at break time, but I was just wondering if he took Friday off. But when I wrote, like, are you off today, Matthew? Allie was saying off. And that's something that I noticed right away when I started being in Allie's streams is that source, my higher self, Allie's higher self, we're so connected that sometimes the book she chooses is the exact stuff. Like she's already chosen her book ahead of time. She plans it. But whatever I said in my stream that same day without planning it or knowing what she was going to read later, she hasn't done it yet, is stuff that I talked about in my streams. So the flow of me and Allie, how, like, boom. And I would notice, like, if I was in one of Allie's live streams and then nothing synced up like that, I would probably be like, I'm not supposed to even be here today because there's no syncs flowing the same way as usual. Like, me and Allie are so synced, guys, that she'll be reading and I will be like, oh, I'm going to go make food. And then I'll have a bagel in my hand as she's talking about bread with a book that has nothing about food in it. You know what I mean? Like, that's how synced it is. It's awesome. Angel Fishy, I saw those buttons. That's why I said everything. Yeah, buttons are important. I miss my button collections. I used to have really epic button collections, but then I gave those up at one point. Pearl Jones, I'm doing okay. Doing my nails finally. Roar, you's fancy and beautiful when you do your nails. I have done my nails too, and they're due. But this is fancy for me, Delaney. If I can just put a couple coats of just plain nail polish, I feel very like, whoa, right? Oh, send me a picture of them when you're done on IG, Delaney. He loves your nails. They're artwork to me. The superconscious explorers, I told them I'm not religious and I can't be converted, but if you want to come talk about life and the universe, that would be cool. And they even asked about my tarot cards and gave them readings. It opened my heart. That's beautiful. Yep. That's why it's that thing of like people with an open heart, whether you do choose to, you don't have to choose to be like them, but the fact that you can just respect and want to speak to them anyways is like, it's amazing, right? That's the way the world should be. It's just, right? To me anyways, it's so simple. Pearl Jones, absolutely. The syncs with y'all is so awesome. Yeah. He feels everybody all the time. And I say everybody, yeah. So I feel people who aren't even still with us yet, right? There's people that I'm connected to that haven't even come into our tribe stream fam jam reality yet, right? They're not even here yet, and I feel them. The superconscious explorer says, no shit, I do that all day at work. I'll be typing a word and then I hear it on YouTube. Or I'm watching something and thinking of something completely different. I write it down and I get awesome messages. Yeah. When me and Lily had the car, it was as much as we would get in the car, I would turn the car on, and either exactly what we were saying at the time or the exact subject or whatever we talked about was whatever on the radio. You know what I mean? And I don't say this in a, the AI is watching us type of way, because that's not the way I see synchronicities. I believe my higher self and me has manifested my synchronicities my whole life, right? I know how to manifest synchronicities with other people in order to pivot and elevate us and bring stuff higher, right? People have to choose to consent and then continue to feed that right? I can't hold the ball of synchronicity by myself if it's in tandem with one or another or more, right? So I could be sending or have sent certain, signs, numbers, cloud formations to people. If they don't check in and validate it back, then the exchange of energy that was potentially there is not anymore. I don't know if that makes sense, but every time that, like, let's say when you have a synchronicity with somebody, and I don't know, it's like the song, right? So every time you hear that song, when you validate those things with other people, how, like, somebody can be in the middle of their worst time of the day, like something just hit the fan, everything was fine, and then you can look at your text and, like, boom, somebody from Australia just sent you that they were thinking about you because of the sync that came into their reality. But what people don't realize is that the person from Australia sending the other person, like, boom, this sync, you just saved somebody, you grabbed somebody to make sure that within their reality, what was going on doesn't matter anymore because you feel synced with somebody of tribe instead of being overwhelmed with what the fuck's around you that nobody understands, right? Does that make sense? So I know for myself, it doesn't matter if I have synchronicities with somebody. If they don't feed me back with them, the connection just dissolves. It doesn't even exist. It's like that person doesn't even exist in my reality anymore because they're not putting a consistent effort to our connection to stay really strong, right? Whereas other people are consistently strong with me. We have the exchange of energy where it's like just that feeling is always, it's always flowing, right? We don't cut it off just because we're having a bad day. We still will interact and send certain things on the worst days that we're having, because during the time that it feels the worst, then it starts to feel good again. Does that make sense? You will share it with me? Thank you, Delaney. Buttons and no more locked doors. Yeah, I resonate with that, Angel Fishy. Yes, Angel Fishy, we're giants, shoulder to shoulder. We flock together. Solid, yes. There's a difference between, solid and lipid, right? I don't know. Hey, Annie D. I love you, Annie. I had that panic last year when B was in the hospital. I had come out with groceries. It was hot weather and dead battery. I had the AAA tow card, but I was crying. Sad about B not able to help. I forgot until now. Oh, sweetie, we didn't mean to bring up the recall, but that feeling today was so hard. It was so hard, Annie, because everything had gone so well and simply, right? We walked into the bakery, we were the only ones. So instead of feeling like I had to rush because there's people behind me, I got to look at all the products and choose what I wanted slowly. And, then we went into the other store and the same thing. Then we went to the real grocery store and we were done in 15 minutes. Like, I mean, it was so beautiful. And then all of a sudden, here we are in the hot sun baking like fucking Pop-Tarts, and no cab is coming. But there's cabs there, and every time I go see a cab, they're for somebody else. And it's like, what the fuck's going on, right? There's no fucking people outside. We've been outside for half an hour, now 40 minutes. And people are walking out of a store and they're outside for 2 minutes, and all of a sudden they have a cab in front of them and I don't. It was so fucking weird. It was so weird, Annie. And everything was saying, like, it's testing you to see, are you going to be of unconditional love even if everything's not going your way, Jen? And it's like, well, I don't know if I feel like being unconditional love right now. I'm really fucking hot. It's already hard enough to stock for weeks at a, 2 weeks for 2 people. I'm not used to stocking up so much food for 2 people, me and Lily, right? Me and Lily. You know how hard it is when I buy, like right now there's an abundance of certain fruits and vegetables. So I bought a basket of peaches and all this stuff. So all this stuff's just being baked by the sun. Whereas, when I used to have my car, we'd grab what we need in the moments you know, for a couple days. I didn't stock up 350 fucking bucks of groceries and just stand there for an hour before I could get home. It was so weird, Annie. And at one point, Lily was looking at me, and a lady came out, and then she had called a different company. So Lily looked at me. She's like, "Why don't you just go call that other company, Mom?" And I was like, I'm gonna. Like, fuck it, I did. And that's where I saw your text, Annie, and it was like, I shouldn't have even answered, right? When you said, like, "Oh, how's your day going?" And I was like, it's not going so well. I was just crying. I'm trying not to have a fucking panic attack because I want the cab to get here, right? I should have just shut up, but it was just like, it was like a lifeline in the moment, right? When I had come in, use the Wi-Fi for my phone app. But, oh my God. Yeah.
I wonder if the other crabs actually came.
No, the 5-0 guy canceled it. So what happened when I went to speak to the gentleman? I went to speak to a gentleman. I was like, "Are you here for us, or are you waiting for the lady that's gone inside?" He would have had time to drive us home, right? But no, which is fine. The cab company's getting paid anyways, right? They don't give a shit. But, and I looked at him. I was like, "Well, wow, you know, like, I don't know how many cabs we've seen since like the 40 minutes we've been here." But I said, "I just called 777 cab company, and you know, whoever gets here first, I don't care. I'm getting in, right? Like, you can't keep sitting out here." We had brought this, because I usually bring this full of water for me and Lily. We never have more than a few sips. But by the time we were done, right, sharing a water that I only bring just in case we get hot, right? So yeah, he canceled the cab when the 7-7 came, and he didn't try to say you should wait for us. He was like, no, he saw, like, right, how we felt. And one of the things that was really hard when I was in the parking lot, Annie, is that it was so hot, and then I could feel the energies of everybody, and it was like, oh my God, like, I can feel like the physical pain of people, or the fear. There's only maybe 10 people altogether who had masks, but a couple of them were little children, like tiny children. So I was like, oh my God, if I can't fucking breathe in this weather, I don't even have a mask on. This little kid. And it's like, I'm not judging it, but like, oh my God, right? Like, at one point I screamed to God, "Get me the fuck out of here. Like, what the fuck? Get me out of here. Get us out of here," right? Ugh. Hey, Creatrix. How's your day going? Hey, The Truth. Good afternoon. Welcome in. How's your day, The Truth? Angel Fishy, did you hear when I screamed to God, get us the fuck out of here? Did you hear me inside of you? Because I was pretty loud inside of me. At one point, I was just crying because I was so hot, and it's like, I didn't, you know what I mean? Like, I know I sound like a baby, but it's like, guess what? This is what happens sometimes when everything's going fine, and then it's not, right? This was the truest test of my patience. I think I did great because I didn't tell anybody off, and I didn't punch anybody at this point. I'm just joking. I don't do that. Yeah, me Lausanne too. The Truth, yeah, I'm ready to get the fuck out of here. I don't want to get the fuck out of here, like, off this earthly plane and everything. I just want things to be simpler by gathering, right? That's it. What do you mean, Angelfish? Been terrified for the others? I understand. What do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Like, the comments that you wrote? You did hear me? I scared you? Busy workday, Creatrix, which is good. They're grossly scared. Like the people in the parking lot, you mean, Angel Fishy? Yeah, and a part of me was like, my higher self, like saying, but you're here to transmute the energy. And it's like, you know what? Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. Other people are living their fucking life doing shit, and I gotta be somewhere transmuting energy? Fuck it. Like, seriously, right? Oh my God. I know my soul signed up for this, but my whole body and mind has had it, right? The truth. It's only going to get worse, unfortunately, with everything going on around the world. I don't know. Of course it will, because if that's what if that's what people think, that's what's going to happen. The truth. Our thoughts are manifesting this whole realm. So the more people who think it's going to get worse, the worse that it actually gets, because that's what people think, right? So it feels unsafe. Fuck that shit. Indeed, that's what I was feeling this afternoon, is that thing of like some just stuff. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that. The super conscious explorers. This says ain't nobody transmuting energy in this heat. Aw, dude. Yeah, I know. It's all being tested. I feel that. HP Picks. How's everything going? It says getting tested as well. Washing machine broke, and I paid for the 5-year warranty. And then the repairman, after scheduling an appointment, they never showed up. Damn. Well, I hope that when they show up, that the reason that they didn't the first time is because it's going to be a better interaction and more productive when they do. And yeah, I feel like it's testing, but at the same time, it's like, there has to be a point, HC Picks, where we feel like we've graduated into something different, right? The stagnancy of the loops of the Groundhog Day of certain things, if we don't step into different timelines and paradigms, the whole getting tested for the same type of things does not make sense to me anymore. Meaning, you know what I mean? I don't know if that makes, I don't even know how to say it. I don't know how to say what I mean more better than that. Hey, Shannon222. I'm going to the higher vibrational frequencies. Puff, puff, pass. The truth says, Shannon, I'm with ya. Pass. Oh, yeah. HC Picks, the getting tested. Yes. The new levels, new devils. Yup. But where does there come that feeling of the respite? So, I don't know if you remember, if you ever saw the movie with Heath Ledger where he's a knight. A Knight's Tale. And, you know, they're jousting and he's in the tournament. And, you know, there's a scene where, you know, halfway through the movie where, you know, he, at the end of the day of his tournament, he goes back to, you know, his tent or whatever where he sleeps. And then he's kind of just looking at his body and his armor, and he's all bloody and he's exhausted and he has to get up the next day to joust. And it's just like, he can't even conceive of taking care of his own self. He can't. And then his beloved shows up to take care of him. Right? That kind of feeling. Okay? I'm really aware of the new up levels, new devils. Could I get a little bit of angel action instead of that devil kind of testing kind of energy? Right? Could I get the kind of stuff too? Right? So for every one devil and every, like, you know, little test or initiation, the just reward feeling of it as well, right? The feeling of what it feels good to, the feeling. I don't know. I probably still got heat stroke from being out there too long and just babbling right now, but oh well. Sheenan, hi y'all, just woke up from a nap, trying to wake up. Hey, Tony's Coffee House. How's everything going? I saw your video earlier. I didn't pop in because I was like out and about and just had a weird day, but you're in Michigan. Right on. As the crow flies, you're super close. I mean, Canada, so on the other side of the Great Lakes there, but still. Right on. Yeah, Michigan's the only Great Lake I've never touched in my life. And if I have touched it, it was as a child, and I don't have the memory, and yeah, I can't. I don't think I did, though. I think that even back in the day, in the 70s and 80s, when we were traveling across Canada, that we never actually took even if it was simple to do back then, we never took the U.S. route. We always did the Canada ley lines, right? Jackal, truth. Authenticity is important. Live your truth fearlessly. Someone around you is not telling you the truth. Again, I don't know who this warning is for, right? But it does keep coming up. So it is to be heeded. Do not fear what you cannot control. We will all leave a legacy, so you should consider what this might mean for you. I'm going to leave it at that. Angel Fishy listening. Have 3 rest, too much energies. Hair time. Anubis. What do you mean? It's mine. Thank you, G. I don't know what you mean. I don't know if it's me, but there's not enough words for me to like be able to pull through some of the things you're writing, Angel Fishy. I can't. My head can't wrap itself around that. Yeah, the truth. Considering the card is like named after you, eh? The truth. Yeah, and it's like I said before too, the truth is none of my, like I have 12 decks, and there's only a few cards that will expose or give the warning that, you know, that there's ill intent around us. Because to be honest, sometimes the cards are way too fluffy and cheesy. They don't prepare people for certain things, right? The cards will say, shine like a peacock, you're protected, everything's fine, just go be yourself. They don't tell you that, boom, as soon as you're yourself, somebody's gonna fucking knock you down verbally somehow, right? So these cards that come out of the blue but have been repeating for weeks and weeks and weeks now, saying someone around you is not telling the truth, it does not feel necessarily personal. It feels very like it's for all of us. There's somebody who keeps coming in who's so full of shit that we're meant to discern and realize, I don't know, right? Mina knows. Or individually, we're all going through having certain things happen. So the cards are just reminding us all the time to be aware, right? Because here's the thing. I want to live with my heart wide open. I don't want to have my discernment up thinking that the person who looks at me right in the eye and tells me, your tribe, I love you, and I'm like your friend, that they're going to fucking lie to me and betray me and be an asshat, right? So the cards are like a warning as well. To just stay alert. Just because we got our hearts wide open doesn't mean everybody's going to, you know, use it in the best way. Underworld. Rawr. Shannon, earlier I ate one of those giant Hershey chocolate bars with almonds. Yummy. We did groceries. I did that thing that I usually do where, well, I either will stock up chocolate and then we'll eat it and then like really fast, or I buy no chocolate at all. Today was a buy no chocolate at all day. Angel Fishy, Peacock better, ready for another flock, try out shine. Shannon, if they say if people realize how many bugs were in chocolate bars, they would not eat them, but I promise you, I will eat them, motherfuckers. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I forget what the number was, and this was years ago. My cousin was in school to be a nutritionist, and it was very long ago, and there was an actual estimated number. It was somewhere in the 200s that we eat a minimum, you know, of a 200 bugs a year without even knowing it. But I don't know what the statistics are now and, you know, blah, blah, blah. But I thought it was, I remember at the time I was more prudish and like, ew, like everything grossed me out. And I remember looking at my cousin and telling her like, oh my God, why did you tell me that? You know, I might never be able to eat again until I was hungry. Then I ate everything that was in front of me. Angel Fishy, I love a dark grasshopper. Shannon. Anything covered in chocolate, cheese, or bacon grease will be eaten by me. Roar. Oh, damn, is Matt, do you think Matt comes in and, can he come in and listen here? Little tricky. Chocolate, cheese, or bacon, dude. Right? You got like, your pick of the, you got 3 picks. Choose wisely, buddy. Ooh, all 3. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. That was a beautiful video you made this morning, Shannon. It made me cry. It made me cry. Why? Because you let your heart be open and actually, you know, able to even consider singing for someone else, not just yourself and for us. That's a big deal for me. Feels like a big deal. I don't have that feeling, you know what I mean, personally. I don't. And when I did, it got stripped really fast, that's for sure. Page 111, Illuminaire. Illuminaire. Only truth has integrity and can stand the test of time. So, the card I pulled from one deck, speaking of truth, having ethics, warning that someone around you is potentially not telling the truth, and then the dragon that comes up right after, right? Only truth has integrity and can stand the test of time. If you have picked Illuminaire today, hear this message. I illuminate that which cannot be seen, that which is hidden within you. Your truth needs to be seen and shared. You cannot hide behind your masks forever. Your shields of false protection do not serve you now. Only truth has integrity and can stand the test of time. Illuminaire is the first dragon that I met who also holds angelic energy as well as dragon energy. In this case, it's from the Archangel Uriel. Illuminaire appears when we are not listening and we've been resisting what needs uncovering and changing within our life. This is usually of a spiritual or personal nature. Rest assured, you are now ready to deal with whatever has been lurking in the depths of your being. Whether this is a spiritual awakening or a deep personal healing, it's ready to be activated. The rest of his message is this: spiritual warriors of the earth. Collectively, we can change the world, although humankind is not necessarily ready yet for us in all of our might. But you and others are preparing the way, anchoring the light into our planet. Are you ready to continue your amazing journey of empowerment? Illuminaire invites you to see the truth in all situations. He says, do not fear the illumination. Truth is a liberating and powerful ally. Your fears lie with change, but open your heart, welcome it to its core, allowing the light to guide you forward. Angel Fishy, I eat spiders. He's working, Shannon? I'm on cloud 9. Good. Shannon, I've been single for 20 years. This guy's stolen my heart. No matter how many times I've pushed him away, he keeps coming back. He is assertive. Yup. It's like Squirrel Sniper had talked about in the winter or the spring. He had come into a live stream and he shared a little bit of, of his personal things, and he said, he's like, we're in a society now where everything's like fast food and everybody just wants what they want, and then they don't work for it, or they don't necessarily like care, right? Like they won't consistently put in effort. And then he spoke about how when he found his wife back in the day, how long and how much he courted her, how much of an effort, right? How much he courted her, how they didn't skip that step. They didn't skip the step of the courtship, and they're still together today, right? They laid a solid foundation. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like the right now in society, people get together, they will even say that they are together, but as soon as something happens, one runs for the hills or they both do because not putting an effort. Effort, assertive. Put your ass into it, man, right? No way, Shannon. I found out he's a Pisces, not a Scorpio. What's his birth date, honey? The Superconscious Explorers. I love Pisces. I married one. I don't resonate with any star signs of thinking that people are a certain person just because they have a star sign, right? Huh. Shannon, my book of astrology says a Pisces male and a Cancer female is 10 out of 10. Good, Shannon. Yeah, I cannot hide my heart away any longer. It will be illuminated now. I'm on cloud 9. Illuminated. I love it. That's beautiful, sweetie. Angel Fishy, I'm humbled by G, my hero. I love you, sweetie. You do the same for me, Angel Fishy. For real. The truth. I've been lied to a lot. It's probably right. Yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, liars, it's not even to be taken personally. It's just, do you stay in their life or not, right? Depending on who it is, how it is. Angel Fishy, if we ain't sappy, we ain't shite. The Superconscious Explorers. I have a Cancer moon, and my closest friends and family are Cancers. Right on. March 17th, you think? Yes, we do have all the energies. I look at the whole chart. We have all the energies. HC Picks, do you believe in Jesus? Yes, I do, but not in the way or the way of any type of stories or biblical-esque stuff. Like my relationship with Jesus, and I don't, you know what I mean? I don't believe in certain, timelines. But my belief is there, but not in the way that comes from scripture or being told what to have as a relationship with him, right? I don't know if that makes sense, but Angel Fishy, it would be a lot easier if I could tell a lie. Not really, because then the backlash and the ripple effect of your life would be a whole other thing. Right? It wouldn't really serve. Shannon says, I think Jesus is a 6th density being or higher. And Angelfish says, we are Jesus. I'm okay, Stony. How are you doing today? I'm doing okay. Yeah, Lily needs my phone so she can use the flashlight part, so I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'll take my little break at the same time. I've been on for 49 minutes. I just want to get the card that I won't be too long, and that? Angel Fishy, born 3/6. Oh, good, Stony. I'm good. My gut pain finally went away. Oh my gosh, the live stream's on. I'm like, what the heck's that noise? I didn't put it on. Pause. Good. I'm glad, Stony. Whew. It's intensity. Angel Fishy, I feel intense. Yeah, me too. The truth is, Shannon, I'm hitting Fruit Loops. They have some strange, weird-ass flavors and names. Creatrix at the thrift store. I saw face shields for sale. That made me laugh. Yeah. Shannon, about 2 ounces, and the guy forgot to tell me the damn name is. I sent him a text telling him that he forgot, but he still hasn't texted me back. He probably forgot too. About the weed you bought. I never remember the names of the strains anyways, unless it really stands out. You know what I mean? But the truth. Face shields, funny. People freak out over little things. Chaotrix, I submitted a permit today to the city of San Jose, and the staff told me they are overwhelmed with applications. She said people are adding onto their houses and constructing new pools like crazy. Wow. Goes to show, eh? People say that, well, people say, you know, for how, hard the world is today, people are adding on to their homes and adding pools. A pool is a luxury. It's not needed. Yes, in a climate like you guys, it can be considered like almost an essential service, but still, it goes to show, right? People are still thriving. Thanks for sharing that, Creatrix. In San Jose, that's where my cousins are, in San Jose. The only reason I never went is because when I got invited, it was like, I'm not guided to be in America. Doesn't matter if it's all paid for. No means no. It's not meant for me. Shannon, the last strain I had was Ambrosia, and the name was so beautiful, I couldn't forget it. And this is some really hardcore dark indica, and since we had some pressure change because of the rain, but I've been in a lot of pain. A few puffs later, and I'm fine. That's beautiful. Good. Power Potty. So the card that came up before I went on that little break is the dog, of course. Right? Dog keeps coming up. 41, dog companionship. Be a firm and ethical friend. Seek loyalty and honesty in all of your friendships and relationships. Our friends should be supportive of us, not competitive. There's a difference between solitude and loneliness. Something that is hidden will be illuminated. So that goes with the card Illuminaire, illuminated, and the card before that said the truth, right? Somebody's not telling the truth has to come out. This card was saying that the truth and integrity, and this card is saying that something that is hidden will be illuminated. Last little message of the dog is we all have aspects of ourselves we don't appreciate or like. We have to either learn to change these things if they do not benefit us, or just lovingly accept them, right? Lovingly accept them. If you can't change it, if you don't want to change it, if you're not meant to change it, just love it then, right? The more you love your little quicks and quirks, the more you love yourself, the easier everything is for you. Dog magic is loving, warm, and protective. If you're feeling lonely or you wish to attract good, loyal friends, you can call upon dog energy to help. And if you've been betrayed by someone or you feel mistrusting, call upon dog energy to heal you. Shannon, it's truly a miracle how the weed can help with me. The migraines are the worst, but I haven't had a bad migraine in a while. And the truth says yes, it helps tremendously, Shannon. Angel Fishy, Callie is too fancy for us. Shannon, I love my fur babies. Yes, the super conscious explorers, the dog. Again, yes. Oh my gosh, just came back and the dog. Yup. You see, by being here and coming in kind of regularly, the consistency of the cards and how, right? When when different timelines get chosen, the cards won't be the same anymore, right? But right now, how the amplification of the messages follows suit. Like it's rare these days, guys, where I'm like, oh, this is a card we haven't seen in a while or not at all, right? And plus I have 3 new decks that you know what I mean? They're new. I have 6 decks that are new of this year, and some cards I've never pulled before yet because we're repeating the same messages all the time. Yes, Wolf Dude, I'm gonna grab you one of these. Thanks for asking. May I have a card in a bit, Mama Bear? Yeah. Exactly. You can't make it a duck. It's a duck or it's not a duck. No way that Super Conscious Explorers my hub's called, and that cut the stream. Creatrix. Right on. The cool thing I bought is a light box. It's a black box that I plug in, and then all the LEDs light up everywhere inside, and it's bright white. I will use it to photograph all the things I'll be reselling. That's cool. I miss my light stuff. I had 2 certain special lights, like my green lights and just whatever. I don't have them anymore, and I haven't refound any. One of the things that I had seen online, and maybe I'll order it at some point, it's like Allie's lights that she has kind of when she does her live streams, but it's not dark, so we can't get the full effect. But I want like an aurora projector. Yeah, it's like it produces different aurora borealis effects, and then it's got other options as well. It's pretty cool. I figure right now I'm not really in a rush. I don't like need it per se. The days are still long, and I'm outside most of the time. But by the time winter hits, I'm gonna use that as kind of the replicator, like for the energies that I can't have because it's really cold. Everything's frozen cock stiff around here, but to reuse those lights through my imagination for the energies of them. Thanks for being here, The Truth. I gotta go get some stuff done, Genevieve. Good to see you. Thank you. I'll be checking things. Y'all have a great weekend. You too, dude. Thanks so much for being with us. Have a good afternoon. Yeah, you're in the same time zone as me, so it's still, well, it's evening, I guess. Yeah, it's evening now, eh? So, Wolf Dude, it's card number 11. 5 o'clock somewhere. Wolf Dude, 11, make a decision. Your sheer determination is highlighted at this time. Your spirit will support your desires and manifestations. Your ability to create or destroy has always been in your skill base. You have the wisdom and confidence. Did I pull this exact card for you the other day, Wolf Dude, or was it for someone else? Just wondering. You have the wisdom and confidence needed to use your skill sets constructively. Now is the time to act, if you know what it is you want to accomplish and why. Since the powers of transformation at your command, change your desires into objectives, your thoughts into actions, and your goals into achievements. If you have recently met with failure, know you can change that failure into success, and the only limits you have are those you impose upon yourself. Beautiful card. Hope something resonates in there for you, Wolf Dude, or anybody else who's listening. Hi, Dustin Seneki. You saw 222 today? Right on. Cool beans. Yeah, my numbers are like the 12, 12, 12, 21. Like the 1 and the 2 today have been very prevalent. And I've hardly touched my device compared to some other times. 222 means I love you. Catrix, if someone's not telling the truth, so be it. I really don't care how many lies are going around. Yeah. card 41 and 44. So 144 right in front of 1444, excuse me, right in front of me right now. 2 cards came out. I'm going to read the 41 first. A higher view, 41. Seeing from higher perspective, conscious neutrality, letting go of judgment and assumptions, non-attachment, the ability to remain unbiased. Sometimes our lives are suctioned cupped to the ends of our noses and we cannot see beyond ourselves. This happens to everyone once in a while. We fall into automatic response to life. We react from learned, conditioned places rather than awareness. Being in reactivity keeps us in old patterns. Conversely, the avoidance of our triggers can keep us in our comfort zone, policing our attempts at new things. The way to be successful in your endeavor is to connect with others. Step out of your sticky perception of the world. Imagine yourself on the back of a bird, thousands of feet above your life. Wouldn't your perspective be different? From a higher point of view, you can see for miles. You could let go of naming or blaming the obstacles in your way and instead just discover a path to a more beautiful and compelling vista. The more can become available to you in all aspects of your life when you're able to step back and get a little distance. Gesundheit. You can wait before you respond. You can be more graceful in your interactions and see how everything is connected and every experience is a gift. Today, the world is wide open for you. All you have to do is move to higher ground, be mindful, and celebrate the spectacle of life's dance. (44) Divine Matrix. The realm of spirit, the knowledge that we are all divine beings, part of a tapestry, weaving our dreams into the fabric of reality. Synchronicity, learning to trust the way things unfold. Do you ever wonder how synchronicities have even come together? These meaningful coincidences move life in ways that we might not understand at the time. We can get so trapped in an idea that the world is a place of separate parts with space between, because the true quantum spiritual nature of reality can be confusing. Imagine that everything possible under the sun is waiting to be claimed. You're not separate from what you desire to manifest. Everything is intrinsically connected within the vast web of life, the divine matrix. Even that which you have not yet observed as a part of your life experience is still connected to you. It just remains dormant until you choose it. Life operates on life's terms as well. You don't live in a vacuum, so you're surrounded by a multitude of realities that were brought to life by others, and these can surely affect you if you allow them to. But as your thread, your luminous life force, your courageous dreams is part of the tapestry of life, you're being invited to be conscious of the patterns you're weaving. Isn't it amazing to know you have such power inherent in you just by being alive? You will see evidence of this truth in the divine matrix today. It is in you. What you do matters. What you do matters. I think it's the littlest things too that matter the most. An accumulated path of little things that are pure equals out to a higher frequency, to somebody who does grand gestures that are good, but they're so grandiose to be seen, or to feed the ego, but then all the little things get left behind, right? So creating a big moment, but then everything in between, not putting a sustained, consistent effort and love towards it. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's better to do a million little baby good deeds than to try to do something magnanimous, because if you're not doing little baby good deeds all the time, what does it matter if you do one big one, right? The one big one, that's not who you are. It's what you chose in the one moment. But every other little time that you're have an opportunity, right, for kindness or for helping or all whatever, for giving, all whatever, that you don't choose that, doesn't really matter if you chose the big one, because ultimately all the little things you didn't put an effort toward them. Does that make sense? Hair, strength. Take time to make clear decisions. Bring awareness and light to the situation. So again, the card that came up for Wolf Dude or anyone else that resonates is make a clear decision. And now we got another card talking about making decisions. You're much stronger than you realize. And the hare comes to you as an animal totem to help you believe of how strong you are. He wishes to bring awareness to you. You are mentally, physically, and emotionally stronger than you think. We are well developed. You are well developed. And you have all you need within you. Sometimes we just need to be reminded of that. The hare is independent, solitary. He's asking you to be more like him, to seek the answers within yourself in a quiet, peaceful space. Once he has thought out what he wishes to do, he is fast, and he is known to be hard to catch. Some call the hare cunning. But he's also very aware, powerful being, empowered, who knows what he wants and what he wishes to help you with. He wishes you to make the space to figure out what it is you want, then move forward with it in a swift, decisive action. The Superconscious Explorers. Consistency has been a healing theme for me this past year. Not done yet. Yeah, consistency, same. Yeah. But listen up. You are working through deep soul patterns. Release any outdated beliefs that surface. The bat is the guardian of the night, and he symbolizes rebirth to many. He flies in to let you know that change is coming, fast-moving change that some could interpret as rebirth. Your higher self will come knocking, so be ready to answer the call. It could be change in any aspect of your life, but it's the change you've needed and maybe been asking the universe for a long time. Bats use vibrational sound to communicate. Work on the ways you give and receive communication. Make sure you are clear and concise with what you would like in a gentle way. Speak from the heart and have confidence in your eyes. Whoa, the eyes part. Yeah. The eyes that glow, right? The eyes that burn. It's just rawr. Right on. Roar, good. I got truth bumps with that one. Superconscious Explorers. Yeah, me too. Me too. And the bat has come up in different decks, but not this one. So it's nice. A little different. Hi, Andrea Knows. How's everything going? Happy Friday. Come in at the same time as White Buffalo Calf Woman. 50. Reverence. Now is the time to view your world through a lens of peace, harmony, and reconciliation. The domain of the Lakota goddess, White Buffalo Calf Woman. It's time to leave right, wrong, good, bad, zero-sum game world behind, and enter the space where you find the sacred ground of sharing without guile and negotiating from a desire that benefits everyone. You'll be so glad you did. Take a humble yet grounded approach to your life right now, and only good will come of it. The goddess, White Buffalo Calf Woman, supports this way of being in the world. I'm going to read the alignment message, depending on what people need. Unconscious choices and behaviors might be causing a distortion in your world. Difficult feelings are a part of the journey of self-discovery. You might have been conditioned to repress what makes you uncomfortable in order to survive. And you might have found yourself in temporarily awkward places with someone, and you don't know what your next step should be. White Buffalo Calf Woman offers you this alignment task. Make the discomfort, the awkwardness, and the uncomfortable sacred. Think of what would happen if you made what you considered a flaw or a loss or a failure into a beautiful, integral part of your life. Every breath you take is sacred. Every mistake you make is a gift. And every time you learn from relationships is blessed. So bless all the parts of you in your life, for you are sacred. And White Buffalo Calf Woman wants you to be at peace. Right on, Andrea. Listening while cruising? Nice. Enjoy. I think today is the day where my official, oh yeah, I might go batshit without a car, has kicked in. And I say that with love and light and patience and grace and all that fucking shit. So 2 cards came up. Both of them pull on the blue turquoise energy. First one, Mama Kocha, water. The world we inhabit began from the oceanic waters of life and the waters that surrounded us in the womb, both of which are the domain of the Incan goddess, Mama Kocha. We are most attuned to the qualities of water as the element of water symbolically represents our emotions. And our emotions move through us to make and perceive the world as we know it. The beauty and the truth is found by observing water in all her properties and form. Water is fluid, and it passes through cracks and flaws in the ground without stress. It moves around obstacles, patiently wearing away the most jagged rocks till they're smooth and gleaming. Water ebbs and flows, comes and goes in a powerful rhythmic motion as the seas and oceans reveal their promise of release and return. Water rises up from the ground and seeds the cloud, and then rains upon the earth to ensure growth and sustain life. Water turns to hard ice and blankets the world in a protective shell of soft snow, allowing the dormancy of life to herald a time of dreaming. And then the ice melts and the cycles begin again. The answers to your question lies in determining what form water reveals the condition of your life, and then recognizing the next evolution of your life's potential. If you are an ebb, you can expect a flow. If things are temporarily frozen, they will soon melt. If it seems that your world is too wet and temporary shelter is needed, you can expect new growth and sunny days again. Mama Kocha reminds you that the waters of life are perfect as they are now, and just as perfect as the way everything should evolve. Unlimited potential is revealed when this goddess comes to visit. And the other one is 52. 5 and 2 is 7. Yuki-onna, stillness. The Japanese goddess of winter, Yuki-onna, calls you to practice daily meditation and stillness to prepare you for greater productivity and results. Being open, receptive, slowing down, allowing for time to dream, activates your partnership with the universe so you can truly set your intentions in motion. Then, almost without any effort, you discover their vibrational match in the world of form. Just as the life force builds within the seed buried under the snow, so will the energy build in the seed of your desires before manifesting. Again, another card that says with no effort on your part, right? You will find how easy it is to co-create when you implement the practice of stillness and receptivity. Let others make the first move at this time as you assess and observe the world around you from a profound position of stillness and neutrality. In this way, the world becomes more intimate, yet you know to take nothing personally. City traffic. It's not an enjoyable type of cruise. I was just keeping it light and lively, but the traffic can make one crazy. I don't know what city that you're, because you've been to so many cities since I've known you. I don't know what's the closest one to you. Personally, yeah, I'm not a city girl at all. So, yeah. Drive me batshit. Okay, I'm going to take a little break and I'm going to come back and I either going to have some sort of like boom, boom, there's a reason to stay, or I'll be closing up the stream. I'm not sure. Going to pull 3 quick French cards. They're Ascended Master cards, just for the words, the actual Ascended Master. And the first one that comes up is King Solomon, Le Roi Salomon. King Solomon, priorité, priorities. Priorities. King Solomon. I don't particularly have any King Solomon sinks or anything that connects to that much per se. There's certain things when I decode the word by looking at it, but nothing that stands out for me to ramble on about. The second one is Lady Nada. Mother, wife, sister, daughter. Pretty much all the embodiments that a feminine can be, right? Yeah, this one's for the feminine. Love you guys. I'm just going to leave it at that. If I start, I don't know what I'm going to say. So Sacred Feminine with Lady Nada. Jesus. Sweet baby Jesus. Well, he ain't a baby. He's some pretty hot guy on a card. But again, I don't think Jesus looked like this. But hey, I like the animals though. Open your heart to love. Ouvrez votre cœur à l'amour. Jesus. Jesus says open your heart to love. I think I'm going to put one more. I usually do a trinity, but... And the last one of this is, of course, that's why. There's always a reason for the more. So Jesus and Mary come out one after the other. These are going to be the last cards of the stream. Jesus says, open your heart to love. And Mary says, maternez-vous, mother yourself, right? Mother yourself, self-care, love yourself like a mother would. Glory and blessings to those who embody the sacred feminine to the point where they are, that natural mother energy for other people. Thank you very much. Love you guys. Have a beautiful